This is just going to be a quick this one, just to see what this looks like, what it sounds like. Let me get a quick card for the almost wanted to slide out. Let's try this again. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups, the Hermit, and the Two of Cups here. So I feel like this is kind of about progression of a relationship. I feel as though there is a fulfilling connection coming in. It can definitely be one that is of reconciliation. For some, though, it might definitely be a new love here with the Ace of Cups. I feel like right now the priority is all about self love. The Ace of Cups being here, the Ace of Cups generally talks about, um, I see it two ways. One, it's the beginning stages of a relationship, like meeting someone, courting, dating, all of that good stuff. But then I also see the Ace of Cups as being about self love, right? Tending to self, knowing what it means to love on yourself, to be there for yourself, right? Showing up for you, loving you, doing things that are healing to yourself, that are healing to your soul. This is enjoying singlehood. This is being alone but not being lonely, really embracing what it means to be single here. The Ace of Cups for me is also about knowing when it's time to take time alone, to set aside just special time for yourself and really basking in it. This is enjoying singlehood. With the Hermit here, I feel as though this is pointing to the benefits of singlehood, right? When we are alone, we have the opportunity to get to know ourselves, like truly get to know ourselves. This is all about introspection and going within and getting clear about where we've been, where we are, and where we're headed, right? It's actually stopping for rest, stopping for reflection. This is regrouping after some travel, after some obstacles, getting to a point where it's safe to take time out, and not just safe but necessary, critical. It's critical that we reflect on who we are and how we're showing up, and again where we've been and what's to come, right? How can I show up as my best self, right? How can I continue to show up for me better and better every day and every time? So if you are in the midst of singlehood right now, it's going to be really critical to the next stage and phase of your journey to really take that time out and go deep within to be able to go further without, right? I hope that's making sense and I'm conveying that the way that I'm feeling it is. Also, like rerouting, right? If we get to this place of the hermit and there are some decisions and some things that we aren't happy with, now we're at the point where we can decide and determine which way that we go from here, right? What is the best route to take? What is the best way to get there? How can I use what is within me to continue to go forward, right? This is also a time for us to reevaluate our resources that are at our disposal. Do I need additional, what do I need additionally to be able to continue on? Who do I need to reach out to? What do I need to have within my arsenal, right? What is necessary of me and from the world around me for me to continue? The Two of Cups is like the successful attainment of the next step on that emotional journey. It is, pulling in the right person or people. It is, having someone come along with us on this journey, determining who is the right person to make this emotional investment into, who is also able to invest back into me, right? How can I develop a successful partnership? Who is the proper companion to aid me? Who can I aid and assist? To me, the Two of Cups is also about that emotional give and take. Two people being able to equally pour into each other and support us on our journeys, right? After we are able to embrace singlehood and really know ourselves, then we are able to successfully have an additional person on our journey. So this is all progression for me here. Let's clarify. Tell me about the Hermit. The Hermit is clarified by the King of Wands. So definitely if you are a fire sign, this is particularly true. This is about going in and really determining, identifying, and pointing out those things that naturally come to you as a fire sign, right? When people think about fire signs, they think of passion and courage, resiliency, leadership. This is reflecting on the things that have uniquely prepared me for this journey, those things that are innate within me, those things that come easily. How am I strengthening them and honing them? Or how am I not utilizing them to the fullest potential? How can I better stand in my power? Is the way that I have been showing up and doing life true to self, right? Are some of the things that I think this time period, that this hermit energy is really offering here. One more on the Hermit. Ooh. King of Pentacles. And it's also about leveraging them in a practical way. The King of Pentacles is all about practicality, resourcefulness. He's, in my mind, a great balance to the King of Wands here because, let me move these up a little. When we have a good balance of the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, we have like a fiercely passionate and driven leader, right? Someone who is able to utilize their passions in a way that brings a lot of financial profit, that is sound and stable and secure. It is discipline in the pursuit of my passion. It is drive that has allowed me to build a really solid place for me within this world. So I think some of the questions that the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands pose within this Hermit energy are, how can I best or better harness my unique skills and talents to be of service to the world, but then to also allow myself to build a sense of stability and comfort within my life? How am I maximizing my talents in a way that is serving others, but also serving me in a very practical manner? How am I being, or how can I be more practical about how I show up, how I leverage my skills, my God given talents here? Of course, this could also simply just be an earth sign and a fire sign who have been on similar paths of self-love coming together to have a new start, a new beginning, a brand new journey. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Wow. The Ten of Cups. A journey that is going to last a lifetime, that is going to lead to an immense amount of emotional stability here. This is long term. This is me having built a successful, stable foundation driven by my passions and intentionality around going within, checking in, being accountable to my path, my unique path. This is the merging of two souls on the spiritual journey, but also in the physical. This is the attainment of long-term goals and long-term success here. But it all starts out as the deepening of essentially a relationship here. This is beautiful energy. What is the advice? What is the advice? Two of Wands. It all comes down to choices. Being at the fork in the road. Really taking the time out to, when I was talking about accountability, right? It's essentially the way I guess I'm viewing choices is continuous accountability and reflection, right? Making the time to assess where we are and then act based on our goals and our vision, right? Without goals and without a vision, then you can't make adequate choices, because choices are essentially us choosing to pursue or not to pursue, to act or not act towards something based on whether we deem it an asset or liability or fruitful or unproductive en route to whatever that end goal and end journey is, right? If I know my goal and my vision is marriage and is children, and I'm presented with a choice of maybe a person who doesn't want kids and just wants to focus on career versus a person who is extremely passionate about having a family, then when I'm at this decision point, I know what to choose because I know what my vision is. So there's a need to make sure you're clear about your vision and your goals and where you're going, and really holding yourself accountable and to the decisions that you're making on a day-to-day basis. Are they in alignment with where I'm going? Have I made time to check in with myself? Am I showing up as true as possible? So, making good decisions, holding self accountable, yeah, and not being afraid to end or walk away from things that don't hold that best interest, that long term vision in mind, right? If something is not in alignment with where you're going or where you're seeking to go, then you need to end it, no matter how painful, no matter how hard. The opposite of that is really, it's essentially making a poor choice and living in denial and also living in pain. If I am accepting anything that is less than what I have in mind for myself for the long term, or not just in addition to the long term, but also if it's not true to me, if it's not how I would treat myself or expect to be treated, right? Why allow it to persist? So this is not allowing things to persist that aren't in alignment with our our values and our love of self. This is ending anything that is unloving to self or anything that is no longer in alignment with the long term vision. Only choosing to emotionally invest in that which is in alignment with the vision. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. So, maintaining a sense of clarity this week is also going to be very important. Making sure that we hold our truth close to heart, that we are being true to self, loving to self, that we are not conforming or willing to bend based on who is around us, being so set and rooted and sure of who you are, of your personal truth, of what you stand on, that you are unwilling to deter from the wholeness and the authenticity of who you are. So, whew, that got a little deep, y'all. Let's get an oracle card. What is coming up this week? We have pride and relationships. The pride says, oh wow, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So this goes back to the Ace of Cups for me, making sure that we are being loving to self, that we are clear about who we are and accept and embrace ourselves, every inch, every detail, embracing and owning, your own unique weirdness, right? And then also having compassion and love for others, right? Understanding that as we are on our own individual journeys of learning and discovering and understanding that sometimes we get it right and sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes other people get it wrong, right? Everybody doesn't get it right 100% of the time. This is really not being so propped up and prideful of ourselves that we don't extend the same compassion and understanding to other people, right? So it's going to be really important to check your pride at the door this week in all relationships. So with friends, with family, coworkers, and colleagues, it says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Knowing that everyone who comes along on your path is essentially for your higher good, even if they're low vibing, right? Because people who are low vibing, with everyone, we have a choice of how we allow people to show up, but they are either going to be reflecting something to us, mirroring something to us that we need to see about ourselves, that we can heal, right? Everyone serves as a teacher. Maybe I should have said that everyone is purposeful, even those who don't have your higher good in mind, right? So this week it's going to be really important to distinguish and determine who is in alignment with your higher good, and being willing to get clear about the future of those relationships, determining if you're going to allow them to persist or you need them to decease. So some people might be serving out some cease and desist. Is that what it's called? Cease and desist letters. Yeah, this week it's going to be really clear to be discerning in relationships. Okay, and let's get another oracle card. I pray that this has been encouraging, enlightening, or empowering. If so, please show me the same encouragement, empowerment by liking the video, subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you as a subscriber. I'm going to try to do more content like this and just trying out a few different types of readings this week. Wow. This was our whole reading was about, and it came right out, love. Loving yourself, loving the journey that you're on, loving the life that you live, knowing that you have a choice about the life that you live, right? It says divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So not looking to other people to complete you, not looking for a job to complete you or give your life meaning, not allowing people and the labels and the attachments you have to people to give your life meaning and purpose, right? Your life has meaning and it has purpose apart from any relationship, any title, any career, any degree. Your life and you are purposeful because of the fact that you are you, right? You are the only one of you. You are unique. You are purposed for greatness. Everyone has their own unique purpose. Everyone was put here for a specific reason. Everyone is, in essence, has their own, how do you explain it? Has their own reason for being here, their own mission to complete. I can't complete your mission. You can't complete my mission. I was given different tools. You were given different tools and abilities and talents and skills and traits and features, and they're also unique and wonderful and purposeful and intentional, right? You were created intentionally for a purpose, right? So this week, it's all about loving yourself, loving your purpose, loving your journey, finding meaning within the day to day, but also knowing that the day to day is connected to what I was talking about before with, big picture, long term, purpose. What is the vision for your life? Do you know what it is? Have you made peace with it yet? Do you love it? If you don't love it, what are the changes and the adjustments that you need to make? So this week, I feel like it's going to be really deep. It makes sense with the full moon in Scorpio, which is all about things that are hidden, unknown secrets, like within, right? This week, it's going to be very important to make time to go within, finding your inner sanctity. It says through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So, understanding that everything that we go through, everything that we do can be an offering. Everything offers us an opportunity to learn something from it that is divine, no matter how small it may seem. This week, make peace with where you are, where you're going, who you are. Seek love in every situation. Okay? That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me over here. I love you guys, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.